Hey everybody, how you doing? I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, wait, I just watched a video, he just posted one. Yep, two in one day. And the reason is I was thinking about, I really enjoyed it, and I kind of feel like talking, and I was thinking, what else can I talk about? Well, I can talk about YouTube and some of the things they do. I assume it's knowingly, and I assume that it's intentional. They have a lot of services that help people with disabilities that I don't think anybody even realizes. For example, I'm not the first content creator to say something about it. I guess I can't really call myself a content creator because I haven't done a video in a year up until today. But I am not the first content creator to mention some of the stuff. They have amazing closed caption that you can put on your videos. They have amazing things, descriptions and things like that you could put on. Once I get a computer, I'll start doing that. I will close caption every video. I know it takes a long time, but I will do that as soon as I'm able. I'm not able right now because I just use my phone. But the other thing about YouTube that I wanted to tell you about was they have tons. I'm not only have cerebral palsy, but I also have dyslexia. The two may be related, may not be related, but I have very severe dyslexia, which doesn't help in a lot of ways. So sitting down to read a book is like a really long and arduous project for me. I can't say that I've ever. Geez, I have a piece of hair that's very long. Um, there we go. That's better. I can't say that I ever like you know had an easy time reading an entire book. I have made it through about halfway. It takes me a really long time to read. When I get a letter in the mail, I can do it. When I have to fill out paperwork, I can do it. But it's hours and hours of strenuous, just trying to figure stuff out and how to frame it, in my eyeball. Dyslexia is something that some people see letters backwards, some people just see letters in jumbles, some people just have a hard time focusing on the content, and so you really have to, you know, concentrate is really the most important thing. And there are ways to learn. I had two wonderful ladies that taught me. One was named Mrs. Woods, who was like an aunt to me, and she tutored me from the time I was four, I think 4 or 5, till 9. And then I came to another school, and I actually did have a teacher there that tried to help me learn to read, which didn't do much for me. Um, I went to middle school, and there was a teacher there. By the time I got to middle school, that was really where I learned to read because I had a teacher there, and her name was Mrs. Christian. And I don't think she'll mind me putting her name on this video, but her name was Mrs. Christian. And she later on became a mentor and got me involved with a bunch of stuff that I never thought I would do. I mentioned on my last video that I did some direct care stuff, and a lot of that was because of her. She's very involved in special education, one of a kind teacher, kind of a great example of all of our teachers, really, because all of our teachers work that hard these days to make sure that not just kids with disabilities, but every kid gets a fair shake. And I think we live in the best country in the world because that's possible. But she got me on a program and taught me how to read with dyslexia, and that took years and years and years just for me to get to where I am now. The problem with my dyslexia is some days I can read, and some days I read with no problem, and some days I can't read a lick. So I don't know if anybody else out there with dyslexia has that, but it can come in different forms. Most people just say you see letters backwards. I don't think I ever really saw letters backwards. I think I just look at a sheet of paper or a book, and it's kind of like, everything just kind of gets jumbled in my from my eyeball to my brain. It doesn't make sense, and so I really have to concentrate and really have to push to get there. So anyway, YouTube. If you haven't noticed, I'm the kind of person that goes like off on a tangent. So some people will like that and some people won't. We'll see how many people actually do. But the thing about YouTube is they have tons of audiobooks. The entire collection of Harry Potter books are on YouTube. I don't know how it works when you have commercials because I don't. You can actually get a subscription on YouTube. I think it's there's one that's $5 or $9. That's, you get it on one channel. You get to watch it on one screen or two screens, and that gives you commercial free. So that's nice. That doesn't mean that the ads that content creators put on there aren't still there. They are, but the thing is that when you get commercial free on YouTube, you don't have to do the commercials between while you're watching a video. In other words, unless a content creator put it on there, you won't see a commercial. So that's worth it. So it's for just one screen or two screens, I think it's $9 or $12 or something like that, and it's $15 for to have it on every screen. Like 5 screens, and I have that. So that's what I have. But it served me very well, and the audiobooks, there's not just that. Crime and Punishment. Oh my goodness. Boy, that interruption was worth it. My nephew just came down and told me that my computer is done. So this may or may not be, you'll still see videos on the phone because I'm going to do this sometimes. I'm going to just sit back and talk on my pillow, and that's fun because I enjoy just talking sometimes. But now I can actually do videos and upload them and edit them, and it's going to take me a few days to learn because he's got to come down and teach me how this computer works. But it's a beautiful computer, and I'm going to have get a camera now and all kinds of stuff. And so that'll happen within, fingers crossed, the next month. So anyways, that was a good interruption. But what I was saying is Crime and Punishment. I just listened to Mark Twain. Was it? I saw 2 Mark Twain's, Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn, The Adventures of Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer. I listened to those. I listened to Tale of Two Cities, I'm in the middle of right now. I listened to 3 Harry Potter movies, or books, not movies, but the books are actually a lot better. A lot of times the books are a lot better. And the more people that watch them, I'm sure that the more people that listen to them, I'm sure that the library will grow. Like I said, I don't know. I know that I think they come from a nonprofit organization, so I don't think that they are subject to commercials. Either way, whether you have the YouTube Plus or not, the commercial free. But even if they do, and you got to sit through a commercial, for an 8-hour book, that's not too bad. Or a 16-hour book. I've listened to tons of books. One book that I really, really, really enjoyed was, when I read it in school, was A Tale of Two Cities, and now I'm doing it again. So this will be my first time reading a book twice. So that's kind of cool. But I'm going to cut this video shorter than I thought I was going to make it. Which actually, I've already been talking for like 8 minutes, which is not a problem for me. So anyways, I'm going to keep doing these videos, and maybe you watch them, maybe you don't. But, so YouTube has made a lot of strides. Oh, one more thing I want to tell you was, if you have a Roku, I don't know if you know this or not, but your Roku has a voice-activated feature on it where it'll actually read to you what's on the screen. And not just that, but when you go to your different apps on your Roku, it will, on most cases, YouTube just upgraded theirs. Now, it didn't used to read every individual video. It just told you what was in the row, like newly uploaded and stuff like that. Now it tells you the description in every video, so you can get an idea of what you're looking at. If you have dyslexia, before you look at it, you can actually hear it. And I'll play you an example of that on my TV so you can see it. But Roku has gone a long way, and YouTube apparently has upgraded, so now you can read or hear every description that's on a video, so you don't have to sit there for 10 minutes and figure out what it is. So that's, they're making strides. And a lot of it has to do with people on YouTube and other places making content. The one channel that has not upgraded yet was Peacock. And I only get them so I can watch the wrestling. And another thing, I don't even watch the wrestling that much anymore. I really am disgusted with WWE's content, but that's another video. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up right now. But yeah, I hope that Peacock gets on the ball and does a little better job. I'm really considering just kind of letting them go because their platform is really hard to navigate, and I don't appreciate it. But maybe they'll get better. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. I'm sorry to bother you again, but I just had to. I'm in a good mood today. Take care. God bless, and rock on.